Can a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet be used to pick winning trades? Meaning, is it possible to create a spreadsheet that picks winning trades and allows us to forego a need for any software or any chart reading? Is it possible to trade successfully while allowing a spreadsheet and a spreadsheet alone to pick your trades? Hello, traders. My name is Jay. I am a part-time swing trader with over 20 years experience trading in the stock market. I'm also the creator of a website called Bidasksell.com. Now, Bidasksell.com is a website dedicated to stock market and option trading education. I ultimately created it as a way of helping people become smarter traders and ultimately helping them place smarter trades. Now, a few years ago, I had this crazy idea that what if it was possible for a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet to be taught to pick winning trades? Meaning, what if I can open an Excel spreadsheet each day, simply refresh it, and have at my disposal a list of trades that took profit 60 to 70% of the time? I thought about how awesome it would be to free up some of my time, and with that in mind, I set out to create what I thought would be the ultimate trend tracker. Now, when I came up with the idea, the goal was to create something that incorporated my favorite trading strategies and to make trading a hassle-free, semi-automated experience. I wanted to free myself from the daily chart reading and spend more of my time on other things that interest me. So with that in mind, I set out to create a trend tracker that would identify trades for me. What started off as a very simple spreadsheet with only a handful of columns and a few functions quickly ballooned into a multi-sheet document with thousands of functions and dozens of formulas, probably hundreds of formulas, but I'll say dozens of formulas to be safe. Now, I started first by learning how to recreate all of my favorite indicators in Excel. Now, that turned out to be the easy part of creating the tracker. I then had to teach Excel to respond to the day-to-day price movements, factoring in the technical indicators. And that turned out to be the not-so-easy part about creating the tracker. There were certain nuances with using Excel that made it difficult to consistently record accurate information. And believe me, there were many nuances. Not that there were any issues with Excel itself, but I don't know that if it was necessarily built to do what I was attempting to do, or if it was just simply require someone with a little more knowledge of Excel to execute what I was attempting to do. Either way it goes, the further I got into the tracker, the more I was determined to make it work. So I had to first learn to replicate some of the common indicators such as moving averages and exponential moving averages and Bollinger Bands and others. I also had to teach Excel how to identify certain candles. I then had to teach Excel to identify trends using those indicators and candles and to notify me to open a trade when a trend was confirmed. Now, what I learned during this process is that the more I accomplished, the more I wanted to include in the tracker. I actually wanted to create something that factored in market conditions, at least to the degree that Microsoft Excel could factor in market conditions, and something that had the best chance of picking winners at least 60 to 70% of the time. Now, as time went on, I came to the realization that what I was building may be something that other people could use as well. And if other people were interested in using it, how could I give them some flexibility to choose the trade opportunities that they wanted? I worried that if I created something with too many options, it would give people analysis paralysis and essentially fail to achieve the true mission of making trade decisions automated. I also worried that it would affect the success rate of the trade tracker. Now, this was one of the most challenging parts of building the trade tracker. My process to achieve this was to build the trade tracker, let it run, and monitor it for errors and nuances of Microsoft Excel. I then had to make notes of those errors and nuances and then correcting them before repeating the process all over again. And all it took about 2.5 years. Now, that's part-time, guys. I do have a life. But it did take about 2.5 years to come up with a finished product. And after testing it for over 100 trades, I have to say that I think I did it. I think I actually created a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that successfully picks winning trades nearly 70% of the time. Now, I'm going to show you the tracker and the results of my first 120 triggers in just a moment. But before I do, now's a good time to tell everyone that I am not a financial advisor. The information that is shared in this video is for educational purposes only, and for specific financial advice, you should consult a certified financial advisor. Okay, so here it is, the Bidasksell trend tracker. Now, I'll post a separate video explaining how to use it. For this video, I just wanted to show you all what it looks like and to share the results of my first 120 triggered trades. Now, what you're reviewing right now is the spreadsheet dashboard. Now, keep in mind, the tracker is not a scanner. It does not scan the market for trades. Instead, you pick up to 5 stocks that you follow. You refresh the tracker in the last hour of the trading day each day, and if there are any trade opportunities, they will display on this dashboard. Now, like I mentioned a moment ago, I will create a separate video explaining the ins and outs of using the tracker. I also plan on sharing a free beta version for those who may be interested. So if so, please click the follow button so that you'll be aware of when I release the beta version. Now, back to the tracker. On the dashboard, you'll notice that there's pertinent information that relates to the stock market, information that relates to the bond market, cryptocurrency, altcoins, and a little more. Now, if there is a trigger for a stock that I am following, it will appear here as well. With each trigger, I'm given a little bit of information, okay? I'm given the current stock price, what type of trade to open. That means whether it's a credit spread or a debit spread or a put or a call. I'm also given the price target to exit the trade to take profits. I'm given a stop loss to cut losses and an exit date so that if I don't take profits or cut loss, the exit date, I just get out by that date regardless of what happens. Now, the stocks that I followed for the first 120 trades were Apple, FedEx, the Trade Desk, and NVIDIA, and the SPY itself. I recorded the trades as winners if the targeted price was reached intraday anytime before the exit date. I recorded the trades as losers if the stock price closed at or below the stop loss price for bullish trades, or if the stock price closed at or above the stop loss price for bearish trades. I wanted to record at least 100 trades before compiling information and sharing the results. I ended up recording roughly 120 trades over the course of about 2 months, maybe a little bit less, before pausing to make the spreadsheet a little more visually appealing and to learn how to make a video sharing my results. So, without further ado, here are the results. As you can see, the spreadsheet recorded a roughly 74% win rate over the first 120 trades. To my surprise, the spreadsheet actually exceeded my expectations. Now, my original goal was to create something that picked winners at least 60 to 70% of the time. I broke down the trade results by trade type and risk level. There's low risk, medium risk, and high risk trades, as well as the trade types, which include trend reversal, continuation, as well as divergence trades. My next plan is to begin recording the trade results again and logging the results on my website. If you're interested in following the results, feel free to create a free account at Bidasksell.com. Also, I'll make weekly videos to share the results, so you can also follow me on YouTube. And that is it, my friends. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it possible for a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet to pick winning trades? Thank you all, and I will see you next week.